Hello people, this is Mike and welcome to F2F Tech. Now a buddy of mine was ready to upgrade one of his PCs and he reached out to me to see if I wanted to do a video on it, so yeah, I couldn't pass that up. Now the system he's coming from is an AM3 based PC with an FX 8350. Now he's wanting a new PC that can handle streaming and something with a decent upgrade path down the line. Now this isn't a terrible PC, but the 8350 is really starting to show its age, especially with streaming. I'll go ahead and throw up the specifications on the screen here so you can get an idea of what he's currently using. So now that you've seen what he's coming from, let's see what he's going to. Now for the heart of the system, he chose the new Ryzen 2600X, which is a 6-core, 12-threaded monster, and it should easily meet his needs. And the platform will be supported for at least another 2 years. Now speaking of platform, he chose the Gigabyte Aorus X470 Ultra Gaming. Now this is a pretty inexpensive X470 board that comes packed with a lot of features. To go along with these, he chose some Corsair Vengeance DDR4. Now these are white LED modules running at 3200 MHz. For the boot drive, he chose a 512GB Intel 600p, which is NVMe based. Now this came from another build, so he's passing it down to this rig. Now due to the video card prices still kind of being crap, he chose to stick it out with his R9 380 for the time being, though it will be upgraded when prices start to fall or newer video cards are released. This is a Gigabyte variant with 4GB of GDDR5. FSP was kind enough to send me one of their power supplies for this build, and it's the Hyper M85 Plus. It's a 650 watt bronze rated PSU, which is plenty capable for this rig. Now along with the PSU, FSP also sent me their mid-tower CMT 510 case, which comes with 4 RGB fans and glass panels in the front and both sides. Alright, so now that we got all the components together for today's build, let's get into a time lapse of my buddy and I putting it together. Not a bad looking build, right? Well, now that we got her all together, let's see how she performs in a handful of games and a couple of synthetics. Now my friend did all the work as far as benchmarking goes, so big thanks to him for doing that. And alright, let's get on to the benchmarks. Okay, that wraps up our build and benchmarking portion of the video. Before I sign off, I wanted to mention a couple issues we had with the build. We did have some issues with the case, and that's due to lack of proper airflow in the front of it. Now, the R9 380 is an open air cooler, and it was running much hotter in this case versus the 500R it came from. We did end up adding a fan at the top of the case, which did help drop temps around 5C, but if you have an open air video card that's a TDP of 200 watts or more, I would definitely not put it in this case. If it was a blower type video card, it probably would fare better, but I didn't have one on hand to test. All in all, besides that, there isn't much to really nitpick on, as the build turned out pretty well. The CPU is pretty beastly, and as you can see, the GPU holds up fine at 1080p in the games that we tested. I do plan on revisiting the build in the future with an upgrade to the video card, maybe doing some stream testing as well. Alright, well that's it everybody. I know this video was a little bit different than what I normally do, and also let me know if you like music playing through the benchmarks or if you'd rather hear me talk through them. Your feedback is always welcome, and also let me know what you think about the build. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch the video.